The Galactic Empire and the Rise of the Rebel Alliance, a tale of interstellar conflict and adventure in a distant future. In the distant future, humanity had spread across the stars, forming a vast and powerful galactic empire that spanned countless planets and systems. For centuries, the empire had reigned supreme, with its legions of soldiers and fleets of starships enforcing its iron rule over all who dared to challenge its authority. But beneath the surface, rumblings of discontent were growing. With each passing day, more and more citizens of the empire grew tired of the corruption and brutality of the ruling class. They saw the oppression of their fellow beings and longed for a new order, one that would value freedom and justice above all. It was in this atmosphere that a young rebel leader emerged, gathering together a ragtag group of fighters dedicated to the overthrow of the empire. He called his group the Rebel Alliance and led them on daring raids against imperial forces, striking at the heart of the empire's power. As the alliance grew in strength and influence, tensions began to mount between it and the empire. At first, the empire tried to ignore the rebels, dismissing them as little more than a nuisance. But as their attacks became bolder and more frequent, the empire was forced to take action. Under the command of an ambitious and ruthless leader named Admiral Thrawn, the empire launched a massive counterattack against the rebels, seeking to crush their resistance once and for all. But the rebels were not so easily defeated, and they fought back with all the strength and determination they could muster. In the ensuing conflict, worlds burned and fleets clashed in the darkness of space. Battles raged across entire systems, as the rebels used their knowledge of the terrain to gain the upper hand against the much larger and more powerful imperial forces. Despite their brave efforts, however, the rebels soon found themselves on the brink of defeat. The empire had marshaled all its resources against them, and their once great alliance was slowly crumbling under the weight of their losses. But then, a glimmer of hope emerged. A young Jedi Knight named Luke Skywalker had come to join their cause, wielding the mystical powers of the Force to turn the tide of battle in their favor. With his aid, the rebels launched a series of daring raids against the Empire's most critical targets, striking at the heart of their power and crippling their ability to fight. As the conflict reached its climax, the rebels launched a final, desperate assault against the Emperor's stronghold. In a fierce battle, they fought their way through the Imperial defenses and finally confronted the Emperor himself, engaging him in a deadly duel that would decide the fate of the galaxy. In the end, it was Luke Skywalker who emerged victorious, using the full extent of his Jedi powers to strike down the Emperor and bring an end to his reign of tyranny. With the Empire shattered and the rebels triumphant, a new era dawned for the galaxy, one of freedom, justice, and hope for a better tomorrow. And so it was that the Galactic Empire fell, and the Rebel Alliance rose to take its place, forging a new order that embraced the ideals of courage, compassion, and the power of the human spirit. In a distant future where adventure and conflict are always just beyond the horizon, this tale of interstellar conflict and triumph remains a timeless testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome all obstacles and achieve greatness.